6-10, 38 points. Again, probably a very disappointing result for the San Diego Legion. So much so that they've hired a new head coach in Danny Lee, who is a former New Zealander All Black member of the New Zealander national team, the All Blacks. His recent coaching resume includes coaching for Japan's rugby team, the Honda Heat, and now is coming over to San Diego. Looking over the roster for San Diego, just like with Seattle and Houston, not a lot of new hires, but the pieces that they're bringing in, a lot of international experience and firepower, including the signing of Hankus Van Wyck, who is a 29-year-old prop. A lot of international experience. He's played several years in Japan, including 2 years for Japan's Super Rugby team, the Sunwolves, and of course he's played over 5 years for his home nation in South Africa, playing for the Blue Bulls there. So a lot of international experience, a lot of muscle. That's going to be important for San Diego's front line as a prop. They also signed Will Hooley, a 28-year-old fly half fullback. He is actually a capped eagle, played in the 2019 Rugby World Cup in Tokyo. British member, he also has a few years experience playing in Britain for the Northampton Saints and a couple years for the Exeter Chiefs. So again, a lot of international experience that will be very valuable for San Diego. But of course, the biggest signing or re-signing for San Diego is the return of Ma'a Nonu, who is a 39-year-old center, well-known member of the New Zealander national team, the All Blacks, capped over 100 times, played for 12 years for the New Zealand national team, has been part of teams that have won 5 rugby championships and 2 World Cups. He is an amazing powerhouse of a center. This is actually going to be Nonu's second stint with San Diego. He was part of the San Diego team during the 2020 season. Unfortunately, that is a truncated season and it ended just after 5 games due to COVID. But in those 5 games, San Diego was undefeated and Nonu scored 3 tries. So with Nonu coming back to San Diego, it might turn the team around. Of course, San Diego is bringing back a lot of their members from last year, a lot of their offensive firepower, including bringing back Born Bassan, 33-year-old winger who scored 10 tries for San Diego, one of the top try scorers in Major League Rugby. He also earned second all Major League Rugby honors for the winger position. He is a South African, several years experience playing in South Africa as well as Japan. A huge weapon for San Diego. And the re-signing of Joe Peterson, their captain, 37-year-old fly half and fullback. He was the top point scorer for the San Diego Legion with 74 points, 2 tries, 17 conversion, 8 penalty kicks, and 2 drop goals, very, very hard to do in rugby. So it's great to see Joe Peterson back. He's been playing with the San Diego Legion since year number 1, and he's once again come back to steer the ship. They've also announced the re-signing of Michael Smith, their 23-year-old flanker. He was voted by the Legion as their Rookie of the Year in 2021, so it's great to see this young, talented player come back. He is a international Canadian players, captain, played for the Team Canada for five times already. Also, they announced the return of a couple of players that were hurt last season, including Chris Robshaw, who has come back for his second year of his contract. 36-year-old flanker. He's the former captain of the England national team. He captained England during the 2015 World Cup. He was injured last year, only played 4 matches, but he is supposedly at full strength, ready to go. And then Nate Ausperger, who is the 31-year-old scrum half and winger. He is a former member of the USA Men's Sevens team. He is an Eagle, has been playing for them for 5 years, and he has the honor of scoring the very first try for America against the All Blacks when New Zealand came over and played here against Team America last year. So a very great honor for a very good player. Unfortunately, last year he struggled a lot with injuries. Again, hoping that he is 100% to help out San Diego. So again, just like with Seattle and with Houston, not a lot of new signings, but pretty big pieces. Ma'anonu, especially being one of them, and bringing back a lot of the pieces that made San Diego pretty competitive. Again, just like with Seattle and Houston, I feel that they're kind of in the same tier where we don't quite know if the movements are enough to put them into the elite class. I feel, and again, I'll go more into depth with this at the end. I feel the Western Conference this year is the stronger of the two conferences, so it's going to be a lot of tough games. I think San Diego will give a lot of teams competitive games. Whether or not they'll win those games remains to be seen. There's just a lot of teams that have gotten a lot better, I feel, and so we'll see if San Diego, if Seattle, if Houston can all make that next step to join the next set of teams that I'm going to be talking about in the Western Conference.